Yeah,
We all right?
yeah.
We're all right? You happy? No? Yeah. I got to double check with Wes. Right. Episode, I don't even know. I'm not even going to throw up the episode name because we're kind of moving pretty quick. But we are in Kennerton. It's pretty nice, actually, in Kennerton. I can't even lie. It's a nice little spot, actually. We're moving around. This is the podcast, No Place Like Home, Legacy London, and big up to Sunrum. Man's got the homie Jordan.
Come on, bro. How you doing, man?
Wild ground, bro. I know.
Out here,
Yeah?
getting it how I live it. Trying to maneuver through this whole mad world. Post-COVID, or is it post-COVID?
No, we're still in this, man.
Yeah,
This
swimming.
is like
We're like floating,
figuring it out.
bro.
The new normal, isn't
It's
it?
a mad world. But yeah, man, just getting through it, bro. Just trying to excel.
Yeah.
Just trying to see the little gaps and spaces where, because in a time like this, there's always new movements that come from this. And new ways to get it, and especially in the entertainment industry,
Yeah.
because now there's no shows, isn't it?
Yeah, and even saying that, I think the new normal has opened up like a load of new opportunities or made you get creative on opportunities.
Exactly.
So it's definitely, yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm fucking with it, to be honest. I think last time we spoke, you was talking about like, recording, because I know you don't stop recording, do you? You just do the ting.
That's
Man,
it.
out here, don't get it twisted. Jordan's got like 1 million songs.
Sitting. Some of them I just write to get some stuff out that I need to get out, and then they won't see the light of day.
Oh, it's
But I
not,
might
man.
listen to them.
I must start coming to the studio and steal some shit.
Bro, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'll be like, bro, put this out. Do something with it,
I
man.
always get that.
Huh?
That's like an artist thing. People are always onto us for not releasing. Like, yo, you got this. Why are you not? Because some of it is personal. I don't like being too personal with the music, because once it's released, it's not mine. It's everyone's. It's everyone's to interpret and take on, and it makes different people feel different ways. So some of the stuff I just want to keep. I just want to keep personal.
Yeah. Because obviously, ultimately, music's a part of your day to day, innit? So it's like it has an emotional attachment for you. Sometimes you're just making music just for you, innit?
And sometimes it's just reps. It's just I hear a beat and it might challenge me, or like a type of movement or a cadence or something that challenges me, and I'm like, right, I don't get something instantly to this. Okay, cool. Let me challenge myself and write something. Let me write a song to this.
Yeah, but talk about that though, because for me, when it comes to like real singers, I feel like it's lost its way, and the new listener doesn't really understand vocal exercise.
There's no patience for it, I don't think.
It's just kind of like, yo, it sounds too wavy. Put some reverb.
Yeah.
But like for your vocal, like what are there like certain tunes that you will just sing out when you're in your own space as exercise?
I think that's less about recording. Actually, it goes hand in hand. So like just generally training up my voice. There will be some songs like naturally I don't have, like you'd say, like a strong like belting voice or like a high chest voice, which is like, I don't know, Usher, like Tank, like that man have a strong upper chest voice, like it's got a lot of depth to it. So sometimes I challenge myself with songs like that, or like vocal exercises where I'm working that, and it's just like, say if you was a boxer and your jab isn't great, work on your jab, work on
Just
your jab,
filling
work
it
on
out
your
as
jab,
much as
just,
time as
yeah,
possible,
just
yeah.
as much as you can, but then obviously still focusing on your rounded skills. So I think that is one side of it, and then the recording side of it. Sometimes I'll jump on, like say if my boy's got more of like a heavy rap cadence kind of song, or like a wave kind of song, I'll jump on that just to exercise that side.
Let's see if you
Because
can pull it
I
off.
feel like it's difficult to explain without comparing. So you see how Chris Brown, he jumps on, like he'll do like a wave type, like a rap type, like
like a
heavy
skippy beat,
808, skippy beat, like it's more dirty and grime. Not grime, but imagine
know
Chris
what I
Brown.
mean?
Chris Brown will still kill grime.
He'll jump on the
It's more
Future thing
grimy,
or
it's
the
more-
Baby, that kind of very very 808y kicky noisy
And
stuff.
one example I can think of is on his royalty album, where he's got that song Solo, with Solo, sorry, called Wrist. And it's like more grimy, more dirty, and then there's like the smooth, soft R&B songs.
It's
then
ballad
there's the
stuff.
real pop.
Yeah.
The beautiful people, and then
Yeah.
you got your. So I like to
like tempo and stuff, and he goes
that's
with
it.
it.
He changes up the tempo, the approach, the tonality of his voice, and just I like to do that as well, just so I can maneuver and move through. And as well, when I'm writing, it's interesting because when I'm writing pop music now, I hear them cadences that wouldn't normally be in that space, and I think it's interesting to bring that into the pop space because you'd say, I guess naturally my brand leans towards the pop world, but where I come from and the music that I grew up on and the music that I started making as I was growing up was rap, basically. It was rap based. Now the wave stuff, that's basically what the genre is called. It's not rap like Young Aj, G, the man. It's like rap singing, like it's in a
it's like in between,
ambiguous
innit?
space, innit? So I like delving into different worlds and different spaces. I think it's interesting, man, because it's all different expressions of art.
And that's the main reason why I even brought Maybach to you, actually. Like even when we were looking at what his art is, it's not a genre that exists, but it does exist. So even because I know for a fact that your skill set and your knowledge of the core of R&B, you could be, in my mind, I was like, well, he'd be an authority on how this has even grown. Like you'd understand it from a recording level, because even bringing Maybach, he was shocked. He come out the first session and he was like, bro, I think I get it. I was like, because he was recording elsewhere, wasn't he? That engineer didn't really get like how to build your vocal ranges. He's just throwing a bunch of effects on it. Like this is a whole different genre. You have to know how to build this. How would you perform it live? How would you record it? What even when it goes to like your presets. It's a new genre in itself. So man, I'm still trying to figure it out. It's kind of a young thing. I'm getting old.
It's interesting because the way that recording has developed now, engineers are such an integral part of it. Because and I think me coming from a place of being an artist who learned to engineer for myself, and then naturally it just like I'll be in the studio with my guys and they're like, bro, you're sick at this. Why don't you just record us? We'll pay you instead of going somewhere else. And then it just built, because I've never promoted myself as an engineer or promoted like the engineer business. For those who don't know, I run a studio in Park Royal. Get at me.
Plug.
You know what I'm saying? And it just literally it progressed naturally. And I think because of that, because it came from a place of being an artist, I'm not fully, obviously the technical part of it is mad important, but I'm connected to the artists as well. I know what place they're coming from when they come into the studio and they're recording music. Whereas some engineers, I see they're literally coming from that. It's only one perception, one point of view. I'm the engineer and that's how they see it. So they look at the technical side and sometimes they miss out on how the person learns and how the person records. For example, like some people need to just be left to their own devices, figure it out themselves. And then some people, when you see they've done like 5-6 takes, maybe it's better for you to encourage them or lead them a certain way or give your interpretation.
Well, having that voice in the studio.
That's it.
And having that creative voice in the studio.
That's it.
Delivery might be off, or tone, or just by even being an artist yourself. You can give that value. I've been to many a studio session with other artists and kind of looked at the engineer like, you gonna say something?
That's it. It's about knowing when to interject and when to. It's people skills, isn't it? If you see someone getting frustrated with it, some people need bro, pattern up. If I get frustrated, I need someone to not need, but it's helpful if someone just pushes me in the direction of, bro, pattern up. Take a minute, be still, collect yourself. What's the end goal of this? What are you trying to achieve that you're not achieving now? Pattern up.
Go again. But be comfortable to go again, innit?
Exactly. But then some people need a little it's your time. It's your song. Whether you do it in 1 take or 1,000 takes, when the song comes out, no one knows.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter as long as you get there.
Get it done.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoy this process. Enjoy this journey. Because all the things, it's like what I was saying with the reps. Like every song that you record pushes you closer to being that well-rounded recording artist.
And finding that formula.
That's it.
When you look at, like I'd say, packaged artists or artists that are thriving in their careers, like a Chris Brown, like a Russ, they've figured out what works for them. And now they're just repeating it.
Russ is a very good example.
Crazy example of, and you're talking about being an engineer in your home. And this point in the era, I always felt for a singer, if you don't know how to engineer, it's going to be a long climb for you. Where if you go and figure that out for yourself, then you've got all the time in your world in the house.
That's it.
You know, you don't care if you make 1 million shit songs.
That's it. That's
Like,
it. That's it.
Just build, and you'll get there. I'll never forget. I think the first time I started to engineer, I think I was about 16, and this is a little gem. Back up your stuff. I learnt the hard way. Back up your stuff. I think I recorded like a song every day for a year, and my computer crashed. Devastate. Any artist out there will know my heart didn't know what to do with itself, because I'm thinking I've just lost.
Yeah, that just hurt my head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like seeing the message on the screen, like corrupted.
Yeah.
What? Can't open the file. I'm sitting there going, but it's a learning thing.
Yeah,
and all it made for me realize is the next song I made, I was like, oh, right. I can actually see the first song I made, which was already out, a project that was always out. And even when I want to lean into that, actually talking about projects, putting out a first project just for free, just to get feedback is okay.
Yeah, of
like
course.
Without that first project being out to the public, I'd have had no music to be able to compare to where I'm at now.
And it's a point of reference.
Yeah.
If you're talking to someone, I do music. Oh, let me hear your stuff. Oh, I've got nothing out. Do you do music?
Do you do music? And I heard that the other day, actually. It was, I think Steve Harvey was talking about that. And it was like, when people ask you I call it barbecue talk. You need a barbecue. Everyone wants to pick up their careers.
Yeah,
I sing. All right. Where do I go?
Yeah.
Well, you're a receptionist.
Yeah.
Don't lie. There's nothing. You have to have something to claim that's your title.
Yeah. For you to be that, you got to work at it and
I'm a
live
boxer.
the lifestyle. Yeah.
All right, what are you training?
I'm not training at the moment. Okay, who's training? Who's sparring with? What kind of work are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just watching IFL. Just shadow boxing.
Soon come. I'm looking for that Frank Warren deal. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's your everyday. And I always have told that you're not something unless that's what you wake up to every single day. Yeah, that work. I don't care if you're just practicing it in your space or you're doing a link towards it. It has to be your everyday. So going back to the saying about engineering your own music, for me, once you've worked on it, when you do come in a space with creatives and you're in the studio with other rappers, singers, you know how to work you.
That's it. It gives you a different perception as well and a different perspective on, even if you're not the engineer for the session. This is what I've discovered. I go into different sessions and I'm able to communicate with the engineer. Yeah. Okay, put a high pass filter here. Oh, try this reverb. Put the delay, the attack. Like, you've got the language. Yeah, and this is what I tell my clients as well. And my younger brother, Valley, T Valentino, he's killing it right now. He's in his bag. We got
I got to hear some stuff.
I'm telling you, during lockdown, I set up a studio at my house as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got my main studio and the setup at my yard as well. And that's another thing as well. I told a lot of my clients, if you do that, then you don't have to spend the time in the studio
figuring it out.
That's it. Literally creating it. Lay your ideas down. Do your trial and error. And when you're engineering yourself and you're alone, there's a different zone and a different space you can get into.
There's no time on it.
That's it. And you do, like, one thing I discovered is I'll do things that I maybe wouldn't have tried. And it's not because you're shy of people being in a room. You know what I'm saying? But it's just and even an energy just sitting there. Yeah. And just being there gives off it's a different perspective. It's a different way you'd approach it.
You just do.
Rather than being in a room on your own and it's just your energy and you're just there to figure it out. Yeah. So it's having that.
You're always thinking about, I always go, guys, when you go to the studio and, once you go to the studio and you're paying for a certain amount of time, for me, you're going there to finish songs.
Exactly. You got to be productive there. It's not sitting there writing and
in your house.
People work differently, but I think that's the most productive way. It's the best way to get the most out of the session. Yeah. Sessions aren't free.
It's what I'm saying. And I always tell people that, especially new artists, I'm like, you got to look at your budget like you're an accountant yourself. I'm only going to have this much for studio time. I'm only going to have this. Go and buy a little cheap mic, anything. Go and get the program.
Literally.
Good laptop. Practice there.
Put your reps in. Know your process.
Yeah, and figure it out. That's what I was saying right now with the artists that are engineering themselves. Once they find that bag and they're in that pocket, they're winning.
It's mad. And it's different the way you write songs. Well, with me personally, the way I write songs now, I hear the harmonies and the arrangement, like everything as one. Like when I'm writing, I might leave a space, but before I was engineering, I might have thought, okay, that space is a bit bit too much. But
Yeah.
then now I'm an engineer, I can think, okay, cool. Within that space, I can put a delay, I
this.
can put this, I
Yeah,
can put
yeah,
this
yeah.
harmony, I can. So I think of it on the go. So I think that's another thing as well. The way you arrange your songs changes.
And you can also, I've some of the dopest tunes I've seen, in probably the last couple of years, are constructed over a couple of days. Like they'll write, they'll parts, they'll leave gaps, they'll go away, forget about it, come back and lay another bit,
Exactly.
go away, come back, and I've even seen rappers do it, lay like 2 lines.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come back to that. Hear something dope, come back, lay another 2
Literally,
lines.
you lay the seed, you lay the foundation for it. Okay,
Yeah.
this is because for me, I'm heavy concept. If there's not a concept to write, sing about, I can't connect with it. I just can't, because I can't. Especially now, I feel like as I'm older, younger, it was you find more things just to
talk about anything, innit?
It's like, what's the concept? Like, man's just, you know what I'm saying? Man's just drippy. Alright, say nothing. Man's just drippies. Just girls. Okay, anything about just girls. That's it.
Yo, I started banning certain man from using certain words.
I'll say that.
I was like, bro, and he knows what I'm talking about as well. I was like, bruv, you're not allowed to use these 9 words for the next 10 songs. He's like, what? I said, because come on, we're grown now.
Yeah. There's more to. You see, for me, it's like being in that pop space as well, and being around songwriters who write like country music, for example. Those songs have a real story.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think country gets enough.
Yo.
Yo.
In America, it does.
Yeah.
Massive.
They're when it comes to their money, country are getting it.
I was in a session the other day and I was showing it was like I guess you'd say like UK wave sort of music, but the guy had my guy Fly, shouts out to Fly, he's got something more to him, like he wants to hit that next level. He's like, I'm not just trying to be in the wave scene, I'm trying to
elevate. I want to
just
move the
bring
needle.
different cadences, different spots, like different arrangement, like just find a new level. So I was playing some country music because I was like, look, there's like certain 2 lines which the songwriter comes back to. It's a song called Broken House.
Okay.
And that Burning House, and the artist, I can't remember the artist right now, but she keeps referring back to. I got suggested the song in like 2014 by a songwriter called Ryan Lovett in Atlanta, and he was showing me country music, putting me on to like pay attention to the structure of this, how the burning house, like it comes back, but in each verse it means something different.
And even like I learned that through funny enough, actually, I was listening to, I think it was Pink was doing a documentary, and she was talking about the first 3 words in the song, like how vital they are, and country music.
Yeah. Sets the tone, innit?
Yeah, first 3 words, and I was like, I heard it was really. I think it was Ed Sheeran was doing some stuff, and
he's another example.
First 3 words, listen to it. You're like, whoa, that catches you, and then you can easily build the structure off of there. And I think country music have been, when it comes to songwriting, and I think even like you look at like Taylor Swift, for instance, people don't even look at her as like, I'm like, yo, go and look at what she was doing. Her
structures of it is, do you know what? They have the fundamentals down, and then they go from there. Yeah. So it's like the beginning, middle, end, like all of the fundamental stuff that you have in script writing, in writing a plot, a story, writing a poem. So like there's beginning, middle, and end. So when you apply that to music as well, you have that structure, you have that, for me it's like that focus. Okay, I'm talking about this. So there's so many different ways that you can say one thing. I used to think when I was younger, I'd bear like thoughts about life as you do. Yeah. And I'm thinking, would the world ever run out of songs? Because
you
there's
only
a certain amount of things to talk about.
Like, can you talk about relationships more than now? Yeah. And also because music is emotional. That's it. It's I compare, and I've said this in another pod, I compare music to books. As in, I guarantee you're going through something in your life that you can find a song about. Especially when it comes to relationships, because relationships are so complicated but so similar.
That's it.
That you're gonna find something. I don't care if it's a 50-year-old woman talking about something or a 19-year-old kid. Yeah. The different ways of looking at it,
because you can go through the same thing but in a different way.
It's different perspective. Even being a male and a female, you're always going to look at stuff differently.
That's it.
But it's always going to have those little things that are different. And as we, like you said, as we move through life, circumstances changing, relationships changing. It's all social media based.
That's it.
Tinder began. Like that in itself is a million songs.
Literally, bro. That's the thing. As the world develops and new concepts come into play,
It's not so
funny.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cheating again. There's another one.
yeah.
Like we get it, and I think country. Going back to country music, I think when I dived into that world, which, my mum's a massive Whitney Houston fan.
Okay.
When I found out where, what track was it? I think it's a track out of Bodyguard, and it's originally a country song. Yo, if you know it, Google it, put it in the comments. And it is originally a country song.
Yeah.
And I heard and if you watch the Bodyguard, the movie, they play the original version. And I just kind of jumped into that. And I was like, yo, I can't remember the artist, but it's going to bother the crap out of me. But I jumped into who that artist was and looked at their catalogue.
Yeah, I'm slyly still trying to think about who sang Burning House
in
the back of my
there,
head.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
you know it's there. And it's gonna, even with this song, it's going to bother the life out of me. And I remember like going and looking at that catalogue just for something different and being like, what?
Yeah, that's it.
It's a bag of stuff here.
Bro, it's mad. The storytelling in country is mad. There's a guy who was on The Breakfast Club again. His name is I'm lost. But he says, mind your diet. It's a little clip. You know,
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Because I haven't watched the whole interview, but my brother sent me the little clip.
Yeah.
And he was like saying to me basically like broaden your listening, because
horizon.
right now all you're listening to is Usher, Tank, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Like,
That's all you're gonna make. If you're only listening to stripper music,
that's all you're gonna make. That's it. You say mind your diet. Your diet's not just about what you eat; it's about what you listen to. It's about, and it's so true.
Yeah. He says Jeremy goes travel sonically.
Yeah.
Like listen.
It's like the reason these lot are all sounding like each other is because they only listen to each other.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Joe, if you go and look for that clip, I'm gonna post it today just because now.
And the way I'm minding my diet.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
yeah. And he goes, yeah, your
guy's sick, bro. The guy is sick
because you have to take in like even like. I'm a huge movie buff, and I've been it from a kid. And when I look at what I create when it comes to being a producer, or whether it comes to working with an artist in the studio or whatever it may be, I find myself dipping into those films, and almost so like you should know as well. Like in my mind, I'm like, well, why don't you know? They're like, well, I don't watch as much as you watch. Yeah. So I'm talking about Baby Boy, they'll get it. If I'm talking about a big movie like, I don't know, Taken, you'll get it. But if I go into my bag and pull out a Kung Fu movie, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Look, it's there.
You see films, like there was one, there's a song, Nobody But You, that I've released. And I recorded it in 2017 in Tank Studio. And I was in there, it was just me, Ruben Rivera, the engineer. And there was a film on, I can't remember the name of the film, but it's about, there's two like war pilots. It's like during the war times, and there's like a hospital base that they're at, and it's got all the nurses and stuff. And then one of the pilots falls in love with one of the nurses.
Oh, Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
There
we go.
That's
there
my
we go.
shit.
You see, I didn't want to get the location wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Like Pearl Harbor, yo.
And when he goes away and then they think he's dead, he comes back, and then his best friend and his friends
preed the thing. Can't trust the man.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
You can't trust your man, them.
Yo,
as soon as he died.
As soon as he died. Man said, yo, shoulder to cry on your dick.
Babe, I got you. I was like,
you.
This dickhead.
Man said, we got us.
Innit? We got us.
We're in this together. Yo, it's mad. But from that, the emotion, it was on mute. But I was watching it from the booth and I'm seeing the subtitles, and I'm like, in between takes, I'm like, no, he got him dead. But the emotion that I felt from that movie
is dope.
It's crazy. And recently I watched what's the Notebook, man?
You watched the Notebook?
I finally got around to it.
You're brave.
I finally got around to it.
Please tell me you found a female to watch the Notebook with.
Oh no, it wasn't like I didn't want to do that, because then you leave yourself emotionally open too much.
Go get
start feeling things that I didn't really feel before.
He said,
I done it safely.
I didn't say that. I said it in the moment.
I lied. That was the film, babe. What? What do you mean? I was assessing the film.
But it's okay. Like even I know man that will never admit to watching certain films, and I'm like, yo.
I watched that. Do you know what? I walked past. This was, I think, last month before. It was during lockdown, and I walked past. I see my mum watching it, And I was like, you know what, this is a safe space. And it just started.
You know, he paused and he was like, I'm going to sit here for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Sometimes I just sit. It's nice to. I'm so busy. I don't catch my mum, have a little chat. 5 minutes in, I'm there. Like, yeah,
Half
this
an
is
hour.
mad. I was gonna go and make food. I'm like, yo, ordering food now. Like, yo, pause it. When my man comes, pause it. You know, this film's alright though.
He's like 40 minutes in. He's like,
40 minutes
oh
in.
no.
Man's got a pillow there. Like,
No, you got to do it. Hey, bruv, there's a bag. I would say there's a bag of those kind of movies that you generally would never pick out yourself. You know, when you're going through Netflix, you're like, man's not watching that foolishness.
Exactly.
And then it'll come on.
Man, just see a man just holding a woman, just looking up to the sky, and that shirt ripped open. Bruv, I'm not watching this. Yeah, exactly.
This dickhead.
I'm not watching this.
And joke is, you find yourself doing, and I know everyone does this. You find yourself doing what I call hood commentary over some profound love shit.
Yeah.
Like, my wife somehow conned me into watching The Bowling Girl. Don't know how she got me to watch it, but I'm like,
it?
This motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nah, did he just finesse the... Oh, nah.
But my man's moist. My man's moist. He's done at it.
He's done at it. Nah, he's got to go. Nah, he's got to die. She's got to die now, you know?
Yeah.
I took it like that. I call all them things there literally hood. You just do it. You can't even help it. As soon as you can validate it in your own brain, like, nah, I know how this would run out here.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself back in
That's
the thing.
That's it. Yeah, you're reeled in.
You're in it now. We're watching big up to my Netflix fans. I watched way too much Netflix during lockdown. Do you watch a series called Dirty John? Nah? It's on season 2 right now, right? So if you ain't watched Dirty John, go and watch it.
I'm a guy that sort of delves into like YouTube videos.
Oh no.
Like, I'll be on Joe Rogan's show for a minute. For a minute.
Joe Rogan's had me on. It's like a learning channel, bruv.
Bro, literally.
I'm
literally
watching a thing called the Paperclip Diaries.
Okay.
Talking about Nazis that now work for NASA, bruv.
What?
Bruv, Google it. Just, bruv, Google it. Wow. I'm telling you, I was there for the full 3 hours. I was like, what? Talking about, they were talking about drooling scars. So if you ever see pictures of like NASA scientists that have been there for time, they got these big scars down their faces, and that is a genuine sign of they're ex-Nazis. But the reason why they picked them makes sense in their world because they were the best in their profession.
Yeah, in the field, innit?
In the field. So you don't want the Russians to take them.
Yeah.
So we will find a reason to take them, and then, you know, we can justify it.
Yeah,
because we can't, you know, we're not going to kill them all off. We want the best. We want to go to the moon.
Yeah.
So we've taken all these, man.
Exactly.
You know, and it made
the best
sense
in their skill set, innit?
Yeah, but when they broke it down, bruv, get it. But talking about Netflix, like Dirty John, this is I literally watched the second series, and the only reason why I watched it is because the main guy in it is an actor. I can't remember his name. He's from the movie called Broken Arrow, a couple other stuff in the 80s, and I literally watched it because of him. I was like, no, he was a big actor. Started watching it, and I was like, it's just kind of dead. What's the wife got me watching? That foolishness. But then I'm like, basically the whole thing is he divorces the wife, but like she's been his ride or die, and then one day he's just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out. Bye.
Shout out nowhere.
Yeah, but she's built herself up to just be his anchor pilot.
Them ones.
So the whole time I'm watching it, I'm going, yo, stop crying, B. Go and deal with the situation, B.
Don't you have your life? Live yours.
That's what I'm saying. Go and get yours. And my wife's going, nah, babe. And I literally left the room for 2 minutes. I'm going to the toilet. And I hear her in the next room. Oh, no, you didn't. I'm running back. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, no. She's like, no. He got a new chick. I was like,
Dirty John.
Dirty ass John. So I always tell you that. Traveling sonically and traveling in your life, you can. There's loads of experiences to have, and it leaks into your artwork, which then makes you more of a rounded person, which then makes you more of a rounded artist. Literally. And I always tell artists now, especially in the wavy world, and we're calling it the wavy world because there's no actual name for that freaking genre. We're calling it drip music. So we're gonna call it, but there's no. To me, it's very limited.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're going to talk about
subject matters.
Yeah, gallon clothes for a certain amount of time. Okay, cool. Now what?
Yeah, word.
What's next? So I think doing that but being with the day and era, as even if you're buying certain clothes from certain places or fashion in a certain way, I teeth bear drip from films. I'm like, yo, where did my man find that jacket?
Come on, bro.
I'm trying to Google that.
Who didn't watch Peaky Blinders and think, would man be able to rock that?
I know, you know what, yeah? Oh, you know what? I'm so happy you touched on that. As soon as I watched Peaky Blinders, I went, I bet you Jordan's got that hat.
I do.
Fucking knew it.
I have it in my yard somewhere.
I was like, Jordan's thinking about that whole
Come on,
Western
bro.
look.
Come on, bro. I think you're born with it. When you're white and you get your own room, it's just there in the corner.
What,
it's
the
like
hat?
it's one of many things that are just there in the corner.
It finishes the whole look. As soon as I
it.
saw Peaky, I was like, yo, yeah, his whole suit game was
Oh, bro.
Hundreds.
Crazy with the layers as well.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bro, I can't even lie. Man, when I
Crazy.
heard that a few of my suit buddies, big up to Hudson, Morts and that. I was having the conversation. What can we put together, my G's?
Yeah, I'm waiting for like a fancy dress, something, or you know what I'm saying,
Oh, you
to have an excuse to be my man from Peaky.
Oh, Peaky,
Blinders.
yeah?
Just roll up. You know the
yeah.
ones? I'm in character the whole night. Yo, Jordan, what you saying? Nah, you're not talking to Jordan right now, boy.
Man's
Mr.
got to get
Shelby.
2-2 whiskey.
Elijah,
Yeah?
straight clean. Bro, that's the thing in these films. Yeah, I've done it a couple times, but I haven't enjoyed it. But I've done it to be cool. You know them ones where they come in. I see it in Suits a lot. You know,
Oh,
the
yeah?
series Suits.
Yeah.
They come into the office and these lot drink beer in these
Oh,
films. You know,
all day.
these series,
All
day.
Tuesday afternoon,
Bro,
2 o'clock.
It's like midday and that. It's like hard respect. He's just there. He just pours it straight.
Straight.
Beer of it. Like it's nothing.
That man's not drunk in 2 minutes.
That's it. And I do it, and every time I've done it in the past, I don't enjoy it. Just
Yeah?
straight. Like
You got to like stretch it out.
yeah, it's very, very what's the mate? Who is it? I think I want to say Tom Cruise, but I don't know. So one of them have a tequila.
Oh, The Rock.
No, I know The Rock has
He's
one,
got a
but
tequila.
It's someone like Tom Cruise. Like, forgive me.
He's got a
but
tequila.
Yeah,
I know my tequila game as well. I don't think I know anyone.
My boy Christian Spring, he's got a restaurant bar in Soho called The Spot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know the
Amazing
spot.
place.
They got The Spot. I like that actually. Yeah.
Fire. That's my people there. And if you want to go, just have a fun time and just get waved. They have mixologists who make different shots and put like 6 different shots in the glass, and it's a mad thing. But there's a space literally around the corner, and my boy brought me there, and we had some of this tequila clean, and it was banging. It was very nice.
I literally got big on tequila last year. I want to say last year. I'm obviously good friends with the guys at Avion.
Okay.
And they were doing a little tasting. Yo, I can't lie. I dived into the spirit world both feet in. Like I've been collecting bottles since I can remember. My dad had a bar in his house as a baby, so he'd just be like a martini drinker. So finding out what your drink is vital. Like, yo, big man thing. Don't just drink stuff because the man them's drinking.
Find out what your drink isn't as well.
What your drink is. That's the one.
For sure. Just so you know, Magnum in the ends, not everyone can hack Magnum.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You don't have to back 4 Maggie and be waving around and think it's calm because the Magnum are doing it. And you have to bang another one. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I understand the process of a Magnum as well. Like the first time I got introduced to Magnum, I was just like, what kind of madness is that? And my boy used to call it Magnum Friday.
Magnum Friday.
So Magnum Friday. I'm like, what's he on about Magnum Friday? And I realized that was his link day. It says Magnum Friday. He stopped drinking Magnum from like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, makes sense.
Set, ready, leave work at 5.
It's a diet.
Pyong.
It's like making weight. It's like
making weight. Don't worry.
It's like you have a structure. It's like before a show. You gotta do this. You gotta rehearse. Yeah, man.
2 push-ups.
That's it. Hats off to him, man. Hats off to him.
Magnum Friday. But even me, it took me a minute to find my drink. And big up to Barry. Big up PJ. PJ is the global ambassador at Crystal Head Vodka.
Nice.
And Barry is the global ambassador at Sovereign, who own Bel Air and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they've been schooling me for a little bit now, but man has to, like, I can't go every day. I will kill myself.
Yeah.
So we'd go to like the Edition and taste stuff. Figure out like what isn't your drink, where you go in. And,
literally.
I thought bourbon was going to be it actually for a minute because
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that in Peaky Blinders obviously they're drinking whiskey, but bourbon is always kind of around, similar color, but it's a lot sweeter.
Okay.
And I was kind of like going the bourbon world, but then I realized it busted up your chest after a while.
So,
You start having, you just deep voice for no reason forever.
Okay, so what are bourbons?
So bourbon is, it's very, very sweet. It is very sweet, but it's drunk more straight than with chasers.
Oh,
but that's just from my thing.
Yeah,
And obviously when I was doing my cigar runs, bourbon was like the drink to go to.
Oh,
but
so like the bourbon with the cigar.
with a cigar,
Okay.
so like to bring out the flavor in the cigar.
Yeah.
So again, because I'm trying to do the fitness thing, I don't have cigars too often. So I was like, all right, cool. What is going to be my everyday? And I did find myself picking up rums. And I had loads of people sending me samples. So even this rum here, big up to Ian. Ian is the rum ambassador. And I did him on my Insta Live. And he was kind of schooling me to where rums are from, you know, what's built in it. And I've liked rum for a minute. But when you go on a night out and get a proper rum, it's never really there. It's Henny.
Yeah, trust. Yeah. Word.
It's like Henny and brandy and that. Like, you can't even get a good rum.
Yeah, and it's true. It's knowledge about what you're drinking as well.
Yeah, getting it, even knowing where it's from.
It's interesting. It's just like, I guess it's similar with food, like to know how much protein, sugars, what effect this has on your body, what it does with the protein synthesis,
Yeah.
It's true.
And
Still, I'm going to do more research into.
If you are a drinker, even understand if you are a drinker and you're going to be training, like for instance, I cannot have tequila and then train the next day.
Yeah, you got to know, innit?
Painful, bro. Like I can feel it in my sweat. Like that's how painful it is. But like rum, glass of rum, easy. The best thing while I'm training is actually gin. It's got the lowest calories out of all of them.
Yeah, I've started because of that. I've started drinking gin now and then. My mom's put me onto pink gin.
Oh yeah, big up, mummy.
Yo. And there's these cans. I know M&S do them. There's a few other places, but M&S do these nice cans that are like already mixed.
Oh yeah, with juices already in it.
Yeah, them ones are dangerous.
Yeah.
Still,
You done it, yeah?
Two cans. Them,
Netflix in a can.
That's it. But man's got to look at the calories, and even with singing as well. There's a vocal coach, an amazing singer, one of the best singers I've had the pleasure of working with, Stevie Mackey. He was saying that I think vodka strips your vocals, like it burns out your vocals, dries you up as well. Generally, alcohol dries you out. But I think it was rum. It was certain rums, but generally rums not as bad.
Yeah, I know actually a few singers that will have rum straight. And they'll have it's a weird one actually. It's a weird tactic, and I've seen them do it with rum and beer, where they'll smell it, not drink it.
Oh yeah. I get that with the rum. Yeah, because it clears out your sinuses.
Yeah, so sinuses wise, some of them might have a straight, and they have like a small little touch of it.
Yeah, there's something I had in France. I went to Paris in like 2014 and done a few shows, and on like I think I was there for a week, and on like the third day, like halfway through, I got ill.
Oh, right.
And I was all blocked up and stuff. And I was like, nah, I got these shows. I had like 3 shows a day. And there was all these intimate shows as well. So you can't hide behind production and that. It's just me and a guitar. Like, yo, if I go wrong, you're going to hear it.
You can't nilly-viddly it, no.
You're going to hear. And it was interviews as well. So it was mic similar to these. So it's all recorded. If I go wrong, you're going to hear it.
They're going to know about it.
You can wheel it up on the interview and say, yo, that note doesn't belong there.
You can't even skip the note. Like,
that's it.
That's meant to be there, bruv. Shut up.
Trust. And they had a name for this drink, and it was like hot water, lemon, honey, and rum. And it's like a hot toddy or something. I think you call it.
Sounds like something for singers.
Correct me if I'm wrong, or if you know the name of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was amazing. Cleared me out. It like warmed. It was warm as well. And then with the rum, it almost like cleared out my system, like detoxed me. So any like mucus or anything from the cough or
because it's not, people don't realize it with rum is because they've drunk certain rums in their life they just assume that that's what's rum meant to do. Rum's not meant to burn. It's meant to be it's a warm feeling, but it's meant to be smooth.
That's just the over excessiveness of having it. It's like lemon. Like lemon's good for you, but if you have too much, it's too acidic, it will burn.
It will burn. Yeah. But there's a lot of brands that even I've seen like rum ones, you have one glass, burns as soon as it hits. But it's just because of what they've used to make it and where it's from and where it's from in the world. So for instance, like even with Sun Rum, because it's straight from the Caribbean, it's from 2 parts. And it's, I think the second part of actually, I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I know the first part is from the Caribbean, from Barbados.
Nice.
It's just smooth. and everyone that I've given it to. Like I hate selling stuff on people. So I just gave it to my dad.
Try it.
I was like, yo, have this. Man, come back hour later, half the bottle's gone. I'm like, my G.
Yeah.
Yo, he was like, yo, nice. Where's this from? And I'm like, yo, okay, I get it. And I literally just had a few